All right, guys, we're here at the Karate Studio. It's the end of the day, and we're going to do a quick video on how to get and use the member app. That's what it looks like. All of you guys know Shihan.
Hey, guys.
Now, this is the website, right? You've seen it. And look, right up here at the top, it says member app. I'm going to just touch that. Boom. And look, I'm on a screen that says member app. So basically from here, I can scroll down and look, Android, Apple. That's how hard it is to find the links to get these two things. One other thing that's on this page is a description on, for example, how to switch between family members if you have multiple family members. We do have to do a little work on our back end, so if you enter two people, we might have to connect them. So if it's not working, you can contact us about that. But right on the website, click member app at the top. It's going to take you in. That's what we're going to do. If you go to the App Store or the Play Store, you're going to search for Spark Member App. Spark Member App. It's going to look just like this, right? And then you're going to install it. When you do that, it's going to ask for your country, United States, your state, Texas, and guess what? Power Kempo. You're going to choose Power Kempo from the list. And then you're going to be able to install it. From there, it's going to prompt you to use your email to set up email address as your username. It's going to tell you to choose a password. It's going to go through how to do that. If you have more than one family member, everybody uses the same credentials. The mom and dad would both use, for example, the same username, the same email, and the same password to get in. So from now, let's go back over here, and Shian's going to kind of walk us through, like he would walk someone through the bleachers, on how to do things like some basic stuff you're going to want to do to use the app, like reserving a class.
All right, guys, so the first thing you'll notice right up here at the top, it's a red bar that says class schedule. Now on iPhone, it's going to be blue. So it's the red or blue bar that says class schedule. So to reserve a class at the studio, you click on that. And I don't have any classes here because mine would be filled with all Zoom classes. But all the classes that are already here are going to say, if you have a Little Dragon, it would say 5 p.m. Little Dragon, Zoom. And they'll all say Zoom, 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 Zoom. Just leave those there. If you do delete them, I add them back anyway because that's how we take attendance. To add a class at the studio, the little plus sign at the bottom, it's red on Android, it's blue on iPhone. You click that. That brings up the scheduler. Okay, so today, this is Tuesday, so you can see we had next Tuesday, we're going to have a 4:30 p.m. Little Dragon class, a 5:15 white belt class, but you'll notice they all say at the studio. Okay, right down here it tells you, this one says class full. That means there are no spaces, but I could get on the waiting list if I want to. I'll talk about that in just a second. But right down here, there's some spaces available. So if I want to join the white belt class at 5:15, the junior white belt class, I just click join. It says, are you sure? I say yes, and boom, I'm confirmed. That means I'm in the class. And then it shows up on my class schedule. Now, if for some reason, oh gosh, I forgot grandma's coming over, it's somebody's birthday, we can't make the class, the little trash can icon, you just click that. It says, are you sure? You say yes, and now that class is gone, and I could immediately book a class on another day. Okay. If the class is full and I click join, it's going to say join the waiting list, ? And you say yes. If you say yes, then it's going to send you an alert whenever there's a space. Okay, so when I go back to my class list now.
So should people do that as soon as they know they're not coming to class, or should they wait till later?
You should do it as soon as you know.
Somebody else is going to get in when you drop out.
So here we go. There's my waiting list. If I click that, actually I'm not a Little Dragon, so it wouldn't let me be on the waiting list. But if you do have a class on the waiting list, that class will show up here. What happens is if someone drops out of a class, it sends out a mass alert to everybody on the waiting list. That way, in case it doesn't send it to just the first person, in case that person's not watching, then nobody else would know. So it is first come, first serve. So make sure if you've gotten on the waiting list for a class, have your app open and have it handy. So as soon as you get that alert, bam, you click yes and you're in the class. Okay, so we've talked about how to add a class, how to delete a class. You can also book, you can notice I can book up to a week in advance. So I could book all the way up to next Tuesday. All right.
But you can only book one at a time. And what that means is the people who come every day, guess what? They can't book a class because they're already booked for today. But you can, if you go early in the morning, you can usually get in for the same day. And if you go the day before, you can almost always get in. So you can book your classes. You can book your classes one class at a time, up to a week ahead. and that keeps all of the classes from being booked up by the people who do come quite often.
Okay, and the other thing I wanted to show you is your family member selection. We talked about that earlier. There's a drop-down menu, so you can see me, and right now you can only see me because I'm the only one with a membership. But if I had another family member there, there'd be a drop-down menu, and I'd click select, and then I could book classes for my second family member.
So you have 2 family members, you would reserve a space for one, and then if you need to reserve one, you'd go over to family member selection, and you would choose the other family member and book a class for them. Very cool. What's next?
The last thing I want to show you is how to book a Bleacher seat. So right down here, Junior and Little Dragon Bleacher seating. Okay, you just click on the lightsabers, and it's gonna a bunch of words. Basically, Little Dragons is the first link. Juniors is the second link. So let's say I have a Little Dragon. I click View Now. It takes me to a scheduler. You'll notice the 17th is the next day we have a Bleacher seat available. Our Bleacher seats, unfortunately, are limited right now, so you got to book those early. So if I click on a day that's blue, that means there is a Bleacher seat available. So that's the time, 7 p.m. on Monday. I click that. It asks me for a little bit of info, name, phone number, and I click book it. And that would reserve a Bleacher seat. I don't want to do that because I don't want to take up a Bleacher seat.
And we have infinite Bleacher seating in the park. So if you come on Wednesday, Saturday, or Sunday, you can always get in and watch. And we have those bar stools over there in the corner, which means we put those outside. So even if the bleachers are full, you could sit right outside the door. And if that doesn't work, you could also sit in your car on Zoom.
That's right.
Can we go back to the app?
Oh, yes, sir.
Let's scroll down a little bit and take a look at a couple of things. So we go back to the main screen. Think about a couple of things. This is our main communication way for adults. This is talking about Master Chip. There's always a link for today's classes. Tuesday classes are over, so we have Wednesday on there now. If you click on Wednesday, there's the Zoom links and there's everything. Occasionally we'll have somebody at the wrong park, or they don't know whether we're doing classes, or they're asking if it's raining. And by the time we get back to them, the class can be over. But if you click on that, you will get what's going on right now. If it starts raining, I'm going to update that right away for everybody. So click on that, and that information is going to be accurate. There's some information about camps. Here's a video if you'd like to know how to tie your belt. Boom. We do have a tournament June 19th, so you can see that. I'm scrolling down a bit longer. Our COVID policy, and here's belt testing. Here's how to do it. These are all important things. If you want to reserve a private coaching session, remember, for your first month, it's free. After that is $25 a month, which is a great deal. You get a 10-minute private coaching session every month. Now, let's look down at the bottom. Let's look at that little thing that looks like a TV right there, and we're going to click on that. And guess what? This is our Spark University. So if you look at that, you're going to see the videos for your next belt. If your child is a junior white belt, you're going to see junior yellow and a couple of other document things, extra stuff you can use. Go ahead and click on junior yellow. Watch this. Click on techniques, and look, all of those videos of everything you need to do. So there are videos right there in the member app. By the way, you can put this on a tablet, you can put it on a phone, smart TV, whatever, but basically you can set it up so that your junior, teen, adult Little Dragon can get in and use these videos right away. Spark University has everything you need, right? And one last thing back to the start on the main screen. If we go to the bottom, this icon right here, there's a little thing right there in the middle that looks like a talk bubble, messages. You can send us a message. I get it by email and as a chat thing, so I'm going to get it 2 different ways. We will respond quickly when you do that. The last part, this one right here, that's a shop icon, and you can do things there like sign up for a private coaching subscription, holiday summer camps. We do have a self-defense thing going on. There's a lot of things you can sign up for on there, and the cool thing is you don't have to enter all your information because you're already logged in on the app. And that's basically it. That's basically it. That's the member app. If you have any questions, you can always text us, call us, whatever. We'll be happy to provide tech support. But the app really makes it work. You can reserve your classes, you can reserve your bleacher seating, send us messages, purchase things. It all works, right? So if you have any questions, call us. But that's how to use the Spark member app for Power Kempo. Thanks, and welcome to the program.